Hi, my dear students. Good morning to all. Welcome back to Maths online class. So, we can start with the next chapter. Let's see what is the next chapter. Yes, chapter 15, visualizing solid shapes. So, we can deal in this chapter the concept regarding the shapes. So, first let us study what are plane shapes and solid shapes. What do you know about plane and solid shapes? Yes, flat shapes are called plane shapes. So, the shapes we see daily are called plane shapes such as triangle, rectangle, square, circle, etc. are called plane shapes. Why they are called plane shapes? They are also known as 2D shapes. That means two-dimensional figures. Why? Because they are measured in two dimensions, mainly length and breadth. So, plane figures are having two dimensions. What are they? Length and breadth. So, they are called 2D or two-dimensional figures. So, what will be solid figures? Yes, 3D figures. What are they? These are 3D shapes. Which are they? Cone, cylinder, sphere, square based pyramid, cube, triangle, prism, tetrahedron. Tetrahedron means triangular pyramid. Then cuboid. So, these are some examples for solid shapes. Now, what is its different from plane shapes? They are three-dimensional figures since they have three dimensions. What are the three dimensions? Length, breadth and height. Plane shapes have two dimensions, whereas solid shapes have three dimensions, that is they are measured in three different lengths, that are length, breadth and height, and also they occupy space. Now when you see this solid shapes, you can see our plane shapes can be seen in solid shapes. For example, if you consider the cube, what are the faces of a cube? Yes, all the faces are square. Now cuboid, two faces, opposite faces are rectangle, then other two faces will be a square. So these plane shapes you can see in solid shapes. Now I will show you some examples for solid shapes. What are they? First shape is cone. Now cone, some examples: ice cream cone, then birthday hat, etc. This is cube. The very familiar Rubik's cube is an example for cube. Then cylinder, it's soda tin, then glass of water resembles cylinder. Sphere, the bowl, then balloon. Pyramid, so existing pyramid is an example for the structure pyramid. Now rectangular prism is very familiar with the bricks, then your geometric box or your symbol box, then your textbooks, etc. are having a shape of rectangle prism. The other name is cuboid, rectangular prism. Now what we can see, what are faces, edges and vertices of these solid shapes. So what is face, what is edge and what are vertices? So consider the case of a cube. This is cube, isn't it? Now what is a cube? All the faces of a cube will be same. So what do you mean by face? The flat surface. This flat surface is known as face. So a cube is having 6 faces. Now what is edge? Two faces are connected with a line, isn't it? That line is known as edge. So this face and this face is connected using this edge. Now what is vertex? 3 edges are connected using a common point, and that common point is the vertex. So a solid shape is having a face, edge and vertex. Some figures may not have vertex. Can you say an example? Yes, sphere. Sphere is not having a vertex. So face means the flat surface around a flat surface or the surface around the solid shape. Some solids are having flat surface, whereas some are having curved surface. Then edges, what two faces are connected using edge. and vertex is the common point between three edges. Now this is a triangular prism. So how many faces they are having? 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4, and on the other side 5 faces. Now edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 edges. Now how many vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 vertices are there. So in this way we can calculate the vertices and edges. So now we can see the faces, edges and vertex of some solid shapes. So the first one is a cone. How many faces? 2 faces. So what are the faces? One, this down, that is circular base, that is one face, and one this curved face. So total 2 faces. Then one edge, that edge means this curved face and the base down face is connected with this edge, isn't it? So that is one edge and one vertex over here. So that is the case of a cone. Now cylinder is having only one face, that is this curved face, and one edge, no vertex. Now tetrahedron means triangular pyramid. Its all sides are triangle. So how many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 3 sides surrounded by triangle and one base side, one triangle. So total 4 faces. Now edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means all the sides we have triangle, isn't it? And some edges are common. So total 6 edges. Now vertices 1 on the top, 2, 3, 4. So 4 vertices. Now the case of cuboid. Cuboid, opposite sides are rectangle and these 2 sides are square. So 6 faces, then 12 edges, 8 vertices. If you have your geometrical box, you can count the number of faces, edges and vertices using the geometrical box. It will be having a same like figure like cuboid. Now cylinder. Cylinder is having 3 faces, that is one up, then one face down, then this curved face. So total 3 faces, 2 edges, that is one is this edge, then the other is this edge. So total 2 edges. Then there is no vertex. No vertex means that common point. Here if you see, it's not a point, it's a curved, isn't it? So that cannot be included as a vertex. Next, cube. Cube is having 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 vertices. So if you have a Rubik's cube with you, you can check it with a Rubik's cube and count the number of faces, edges and vertices. Now this is triangular prism. This side and this sides are what? Triangles. So 5 faces, that means 1, 2. On the 2 sides, then 1, the other side 3, then down 3. So 3 plus 2, 5 faces. Now 9 edges, 6 vertices, 1, 2, 3. Similarly here also 3. So 3 plus 3, how many? 6 vertices. Edges 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then here also 3 edges, then on the other side 1. So total 9 edges. Now last one, square based pyramid. That means its base side will be a square. It is having 5 faces, 8 edges and 5 vertices. So these are the faces, edges and vertices. If you have shapes at your home, that means the similar shapes if you have at home, you can count the edges, vertices and faces. So cube and cuboid, you can check it out with Rubik's cube and your box and all. If other shapes you have, you can check it out. So winding up today's class, today we discussed what are plane shapes and solid shapes. So we have seen some examples for plane shapes and solid shapes. Then we came to the concept of faces, edges and vertices. We dealt with some solid figures, faces, edges and vertices. So copy down the notes given and attend the test paper given. We'll meet with the next concept of this chapter in the next video. Thank you children.